Former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee there going after Speaker Nancy Pelosi as House Republicans are demanding answers, as you heard, on security decisions leading up to and on the day of the U.S. Capitol riot last month. 4 ranking Republicans sent a letter to Pelosi asking why a request for National Guard support ahead of the attack was denied, saying important security questions remain unanswered even now. But a Pelosi spokesperson is firing back. Here's a quote. Clearly, these members are trying to deflect responsibility for the Capitol attack from Donald Trump. The Speaker has and will continue to take action to ensure accountability and enhance the security of the Capitol. Meanwhile, officials are discussing keeping the National Guard in D.C. until the end of the fall, around the Capitol, despite some lawmakers saying there's no credible threat. The cost for the deployment for taxpayers now has gone over $500 million, and they can't agree on stimulus relief. Oh my gosh. Former Wisconsin Congressman and Fox News contributor Sean Duffy is here. I have no words.
Hi,
Just
Harris.
take over.
Yeah, no, so listen, this is ridiculous. I mean, in the sense that Republicans are asking questions about what did Nancy Pelosi know and when did she know it, right? And she says this is political. This is the people's house. This is where members of Congress actually work. And Nancy Pelosi is in charge of security at the Capitol. So Republicans have every right to know what Nancy Pelosi did to keep them safe. Did she get the request for National Guard troops? And did she deny that request? We have a right to know that as Americans. And if you work in the Capitol, you want to know that. And refusing to answer the question makes it seem like, Harris, Nancy probably knew more than she's letting on and is trying to play politics as a distraction so the questions aren't asked.
All right. So if she had intelligence or some information before the riots, and that was not conveyed, because we know the Capitol Hill Police potentially knew a few things, that was not conveyed to the people who could have protected all of them. You didn't leave Congress too long ago. These people are your friends, Sean. Like, if she played a role in not getting what they needed there, what should happen?
Well, listen, the problem with it is, Harris, that we all kind of feel like the Capitol grounds are very safe. I mean, you have Capitol Police there. They have, very powerful weapons. There's a lot of them around. You feel safe. But I think as Molly Hemingway mentioned last night, she said, listen, I've been to a lot of protests at the Capitol, and she was surprised that there were so many Trump supporters and such little security at the Capitol compared to every other movement that's taken place at the Capitol. I mean, it was shocking that someone didn't step up, and especially Nancy Pelosi, to say, hey, we need more people on the ground to make sure we keep this complex safe. And in the end, as Huckabee mentioned, that this is the responsibility of the Speaker. She is the one in charge, at least of the House side. It's Mitch McConnell on the Senate side, and the buck stops with them. And when you don't take responsibility, when you don't answer questions, when you don't give Republicans documents that they request so we can all see as Americans and as members of Congress what happened, it sounds like you're hiding something. Transparency, that's right, Harris. Usually transparency works.
Wow. I'm just curious that if it comes out, like, do other people start to get impeached now? I'm not being facetious. I want to know who knew about this leading up. Could there be 7 people still alive today? That's a fair question. By the way, if they're going to spend $500 million of taxpayer money to protect the Capitol, should we know if there are actually viable threats? I have so many questions now. I found my words back because of you, Sean Duffy. Thank you. I'll see you a bit later in the program, too. We're going to bring you back.
Absolutely.
Okay.